We have a huge Lakers trade update to provide for you today, as some crazy details have been revealed about an elite defender that could potentially help the Los Angeles Lakers and be that missing piece for this team to ultimately reach their goal of being an elite contender in the Western Conference and throughout the entire NBA. In today's video, we're going to talk about who that player is, why he's available, and if the Lakers can potentially land him, and how he could fit with this roster. And welcome to Lakers Digest, guys. My name is Hunter Pitcoff. We cover everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers. We just reached 5,000 subscribers. That was our goal to end the month of January. We want to reach 6,000 subscribers by the end of February, and it is February 1st here, guys, so 28 days to do it, and we already got a bit of a head start because of the support of you guys at 5.35. Let's try to get a 6, and if we even get the 6 well before the end of February, let's just keep raising that bar. Let's get greedy with it, like Anthony Davis has said throughout his time with the Los Angeles Lakers, and I don't want to keep you guys waiting too much longer here. Let's just get into today's video. A smart deal is that on the way for the Los Angeles Lakers. This is the report that just came out regarding a certain player. So ESPN's Tim Bontemps and Brian Windhorst reported on Friday that the Memphis Grizzlies guard has been a focal point of plenty of discussion leading up to Thursday's trade deadline. A league executive told Windhorst, quote, "I wouldn't be surprised if he gets moved for less than everyone might have thought a few months ago." So Grizzlies guard. Are you like, is John Morant available? Is Desmond Bane available? No, it's not going to be those names. Not even Jalen Wells, a rookie who's had a very nice season for Memphis. But it's going to be none other than Marcus Smart, a former Defensive Player of the Year winner, a former Boston Celtic, which sounds a little bit gross, as well as a former three-time first-team All-NBA defender. And we've heard the rumors a little bit now. We weren't quite sure if the Grizzlies were actually going to move him. They traded for him in that Kristaps Porzingis deal that actually ended up sending KP to Boston from Washington. In exchange of that, Tyus Jones went to Washington. He's now on the Phoenix Suns. And then Marcus Smart, a longtime beloved member of the Boston Celtics franchise and that city and that community, ends up going to Memphis. Only played in 20 games last season. He's only played in 18 this year. However, because of that, because the Grizzlies are winning some games without him, perhaps, according to that report, he could be had for a lot less than what people actually think he can be had for. So, let's get into it here, guys. Is he the missing piece for the Los Angeles Lakers? What does Marcus Smart bring to the table that Los Angeles can need? Well, for one, the Lakers have been not even in the top 20 in defensive rating this year. This is a team that has not been very good, although better, but not a great defensive team. We've talked about how they don't have a lot of great guards in terms of being able to contain other elite guards in the NBA. Well, Marcus Smart, that's what he does, right? He's the sixth guard in NBA history to ever win a Defensive Player of the Year. And year in and year out, this guy brings the intensity on that side of the floor. And he is also a leader, and he's got a little bit of dog in him as well. This is someone who plays hard every single night. We've talked about the lack of consistency with effort in regards to this Los Angeles Lakers team. You're going to have no questions with Marcus Smart. He is going to bring that for you. That is the positives of bringing in somebody like Marcus Smart. However, some of the negatives is that he's only playing 18 games this year. He's been dealing with a right finger injury, and he's not played since December 21st. So if you are trading for Marcus Smart, you better hope that he's actually healthy and available for you, because the best ability is availability, and trading for someone who hasn't been available is definitely a bit of a risk for the Los Angeles Lakers. However, also provides some secondary playmaking for you as well. He has a little bit of combo guard in him. Again, he's more of a defensive-minded player, but this is not someone who's afraid to play in big moments. He has with the Boston Celtics throughout his entire career there. Hasn't really had the opportunity to do that with Memphis, but if he was thrown to the fire, I think he would do certainly just fine. And also just kind of looking at what he's done for the team this year, 9 points a game, a tad under 4 assists. The shooting numbers have not been great for Marcus Smart, but it's been, again, a bit of an up-and-down season for him. He's only 6'3", but he probably weighs close to 225, 230. Like, he's a beast. And on top of that, has extremely long arms as well. So Marcus Smart is a very versatile defender. He's really good at getting charges. Some argue he flops a lot, but It gets the job done, so he does that as well. As the Lakers don't have a lot of guys that take a lot of charges on this team. I mean, outside of LeBron and Austin Reaves, I don't really see a whole lot of guys get out on the ground, and I don't think 40-year-old LeBron taking a whole lot of charges is going to lead to a great idea for the Los Angeles Lakers either. But Marcus Smart, he'll take the burden on that. If you put him in your starting lineup, he will guard the team's best defensive player on the perimeter, or offensive player on the perimeter. That will be his assignment. That's what he does, and he has that junkyard dog mentality as well that hopefully would be contagious to this Lakers locker room. So those are a bit of the positives and a bit of the negatives in regards to Marcus Smart. So can the Lakers actually land the former Celtic? Now, again, that's kind of gross to say, but the answer is yes. They can, in fact, make the money work if they indeed want Marcus Smart. This is currently his contract right now. He's on the books for $20 million this year and $21 million next year. So you're not trading for a rental on Marcus Smart. You're trading for someone who can be there the next at least year and a half for you if that's what you want from him. And again, 30 years old, will be 31 at the end of that 2026 season. So right in the prime of his career, you're getting somebody who's a vet, who's ready and knows exactly what's needed for him for whatever team he's been on. And then also, too, guys, let's look at some of the Lakers contracts here. We know LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they're not going to get moved. Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton can't be moved. They just got traded there. And based on all the reports we're hearing, guys, Austin Reaves probably won't be in any sort of deal here. So I guess the next question is, what do the Lakers give up? Do you give up Rui Hachimura? That might be someone they have to give up to make the money match. Because not only do the Lakers have to give back matching salaries, since they're a first apron salary cap team, they actually have to give up more money than they're getting back in return. So if Marcus Smart is making $20-ish million, they need to give up more than the $20 million, and they can get there. So if you've been watching our videos, guys, it's been pretty similar with these kind of contracts. Some combination of Rui Hachimura and Jalen Hood-Schifino would probably get it done. And if he can be had for the cheap, perhaps you could even give up someone like Christian Wood actually wouldn't make the money work, but Rui Hachimura and Jalen Hood-Schifino would get it done. Or if they're able to get a third team somehow roped in here, perhaps they can get rid of someone like Gabe Vincent and try to make the money work with some of these expiring deals here. I think that's more realistically, if the Lakers weren't going to get completely hosed, that's probably how they would do it. Because in my opinion, I think Rui Hachimura is more valuable to the Lakers than Marcus Smart is. And on top of that as well, Marcus Smart has not been healthy the last 2 seasons. That is a big red flag. I personally, this is my opinion. I know you guys love rushing to the comments when you see the thumbnail, you see the introduction. But if you made it this far in the video, I'm not really a fan of this move. And it's not because of my bias toward the Boston Celtics. I think Marcus Smart's a good basketball player. That contract's pretty pricey. If he was making half of that and they can give up Gabe Vincent, I'd consider it. But the fact that he's only played in 38 games over the last 2 seasons is very concerning. And he's not played since December 21st. So I don't even know if we're getting a healthy Marcus Smart if this deal is happening. So I'm not a fan of it. I think there are better moves out there. If they have to give up someone for money reasons like a Rui Hachimura or even Gabe Vincent, at this point, I think I'd rather actually have Gabe Vincent. At least we know what we're getting out of him. He's been a much more consistent three-point shooter as of late than I think Marcus Smart will be. And I respect Marcus Smart. He's a good player, and I hope the best for him, and I hope he's healthy. But I just don't think it makes a lot of sense for the Lakers to make this move. But let me know down below, because there's definitely good reasons, and I did lay out those as well, why Marcus Smart would make sense for this team. Hypothetically, if he was a free agent and the Lakers need to add somebody, this would make sense, but that's not the case. They'd have to give up something to get him, and I just don't think, based on the money specifically, that the Lakers have what it takes to really give up what they would want in that deal. I think Memphis would love to take Rui Hachimura, considering he kills them every single time they play, but I don't really think the Lakers, this is in their best interest, even though Marcus Smart does check off a lot of boxes. But again, guys, we are trying to reach a goal here of 6,000 subscribers to reach this month by February. Again, the trade deadline, guys, is on Thursday, February 6th. So we're going to cover all the rumors, everything you're hearing about the Lakers. It's a lot. We're going to try our best to cover it all here on Lakers Digest. And if you are along for the ride, you want to be along for it, you've made it this far into the video without subscribing, and you like what you're watching, stop what you're doing right now. Click that subscribe button. It's free. It don't cost a dime. And on top of that as well, if you are reach this platinum status with this channel, hop on the bandwagon now before we take off. You can punch your ticket, click that subscribe button, and I promise you we'll cover everything surrounding your Lakers here on Lakers Digest.